Mr. Happy Living here, and I'm happy to be broadcasting from WITV7 in the beautiful Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, USA. Hey friends, will you come and join me just for a minute and imagine how awesome you'd feel living the unique and distinct life you were put on this planet to live, doing work you love, with people you love, in places you love, and all the while creating something of real value to others. That's what I call a life of significance. And I can tell you it makes a very happy life. And so can Mary Champion. She comes highly recommended by Leanne Foster, the guest from our episode way back in episode 75. Mary is my guest star today, and she's here to share her unique and distinct journey to her life of significance. Hey, Mary, welcome to the show.
Hi, Matt. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, you get us started by telling us what you're doing these days to make your mark of significance on the world.
Well, I'm actually a personal trainer now. Love it. Most of my clients are senior citizens, so they're probably about my age. I'll be 70 years old in just a couple of months. So most of my clients are about my age, and we're actually living our best lives. Just changing things nutrition-wise and exercising at least 3 times a week. And we love it. We absolutely love it.
That's awesome. Are all your clients local, or do you do any can you work with people outside of your geographic area?
I actually am set up now to actually start doing clients all over the United States. I help veterans with getting their disability. I'm a 100% disabled veteran. So I help veterans with getting their disability, and I have a lot of them that have asked me about assisting them with the whole, we need to lose weight and we want to exercise. So I have a really good friend that has created videos and everything for us. And those videos are going to be going live anytime now.
Oh gosh, you gave me goosebumps with that one. That's awesome. That's awesome.
On the website. So
yeah. All right, Mary. Well, let's do a little mathematics so our friends all around the World Wide Web can get to know you through our happy formula. It's a very simple but very powerful equation that goes like this. Power plus purpose equals happy. So let's start with power. What are your personal practices for building up all the power that you need to get things done, whether that's physically or mentally, financially, spiritually, emotionally? In other words, Mary, what do you do on a regular basis to create all the power you need to take really good care of yourself and your loved ones and still have plenty left over to be a giver to others?
Number one is spiritual, because without God, there's nothing is possible. And I'm living proof of that because I'm a life support survivor. I'm a cancer survivor. Nothing is possible without God.
Amen.
So I'm sure that everybody knows nothing that I do in here is possible unless God has to come first. So that's our first one. And all the seniors that I typically train and everything, we actually have a Bible study at least once a week.
Oh, great.
And we enjoy that also. So we start there, and then nutrition is the second thing that we focus on because nutrition is very powerful. In one of my Bible studies recently, we learned the value of nutrition and how God actually wants the bodies to be fed and everything. So nutrition is the second thing, and then the physical part is number 3.
Very good. So give us just a couple of minutes on this idea that I've been discovering, that nutrition and exercise and finance and emotion, these are all earthly things that you can improve them, but they're finite. Eventually they run out, they get exhausted, and they need to be replenished. Spirituality is infinite and it never runs out. So can you talk about, I know you're big into training, but the difference between spiritual energy and physical energy?
Well, for one thing, without the spiritual energy, you're not going to be able to have the physical energy. And everybody is really, really starting to learn that. At least the group that I have, that's what they're learning.
Yeah.
If they don't have the spiritual energy, the physical energy is just not there. So we start there. And the first morning class, we start with prayer. We thank God. I have an 86-year-old. She won't do it any other way. So I have a choice about this. So you got to bring God in first. And
Yeah.
if you can do that, and those are the ones actually are doing really, really well. The ones that are kind of still on the limb about how they want to do it are not doing quite as well as the ones that are my age and older, really, that
Yeah.
already have learned how to embrace God. But I do have a younger group. One is young as 16, and
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to teach them. You have to embrace God, bring God in first, and I
Yeah.
guarantee you, your whole life will change. Mine did.
Yes, ma'am. That's awesome.
It did.
Wonderful, Mary. So now let's dive into my favorite power generating concept. I call it a Kaizen state of mind. And it's this beautiful Japanese idea that small incremental improvements add up over time to yield great big results. And I love it, Mary, because it's based on mindset, not circumstance. Kaizening
Right.
life is knowing there's always something I can do better tomorrow than today. And it creates this optimistic, gentle, but powerful and continuous uplifting of my life day after day after day. So, Mary, how does Kaizening your life help you increase your power to continuously become more so you can continuously give more?
I'm a researcher, and I'm really, really big into researching and knowing everything that's in the Bible now. And that's why my Friday morning Bible study is so important to us. Now I'm honestly learning everything that God has put here for us and how we can use all these things and create an energy that cannot be stopped, really.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I have a friend that not too long ago, and it's kind of a funny story. His thing was, I know I need a new truck, but I'm not going to get a new truck until God tells me it's time for me to get a new truck. So his truck kept breaking down, and breaking down. So I told him the story about the lady that's in the flood, and she climbs up on the roof, and the boat goes by, and she says, "I'm waiting on God," and another one goes by, and "I'm waiting on God." And so I told him that story, and I'm like, every time that truck breaks down, that's God telling you, you know what, it's time for you to get a new truck.
Mhm.
So he comes in one evening, truck's ran hot, can't do anything with it. So I called a friend of mine and I said, I really need to send a friend of mine to see you because he really needs a new truck. I sent him over, bought the truck. He absolutely loves the truck. And he comes back and he tells me, you know what? If you had not told me that God said it is now time. And I think sometimes we miss the power that God is giving us
Yep,
because paying attention the way that we need to pay attention.
yep,
You got to be quiet, be still, and listen. And He will tell you exactly what it is you need to do and how you
yeah,
need to do it.
yeah.
He
When you feel those nudges, they mean something.
feel the nudges, and He does send it to you. He
Yeah,
does nudges.
yeah,
You just got to be still, pay attention, and you're
yeah,
going to absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Very good. All right, Mary, let's explore purpose. That's the second element of the happy formula. And I've
Mhm.
observed that major life transformations, that big discovery of purpose, so often comes from devastation. Addiction, abuse, disease, death, disaster, some awful thing strips a life to its core, resulting in a big change. However, in my book, Turning Inspiration into Action, I share the transformational process I've used to discover the purpose of my life using inspiration. So, how about you, Mary? Was there a specific moment or event or crisis or inspiration that revealed to you the God given purpose you were meant to live?
I honestly think it's when I ended up really, really sick. And now I'm on
Mm.
this life support machine, and the doctors have all decided that there's no way that I can get off of this machine. Well, I get off the machine and everything, and then they tell me you're paralyzed from the waist down. You're never
Oh,
going to again. So for 7 years, I listened to them instead of
so let me ask, when was that? What year were you sick like that and off the life
19,
support?
1996.
1996. Okay.
I had my second son on the 29th of August, 1996. On the 3rd of September, I was on life support.
Oh,
Spent 7 years listening to the doctors and doing what the doctors said instead of listening to God and doing what God said. So the legs didn't work. And I came to the conclusion that the doctors were correct. Those legs were never going to move again. But it was like a light bulb came on, or I say that God spoke to me and said, you know what? you're listening to the wrong. Because if you want those legs to work, you can make those legs work. This is what you got to do. So I started myself. I used to help Vietnam veterans when they were coming back from Vietnam. They were paraplegics and stuff. We did all these exercises and everything. I started doing a lot of the same things that I did with them. I started eating better, and things just kept getting better and better. And the more I did it, the more God enlightened me about it. I woke up one day and I decided, there's got to be a lot of people that are out here that are just like me, that have given up. They don't think that there's any way, there's no hope.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that made me open my own gym. So now I have a group of people that kind of did give up on a lot of things, but now they're doing so many things. Like my 86-year-old, she did not think that she'd be able to get into a vehicle and drive again, and do all the things that she wants to do. But that's what she does. So my mind now is to show people, don't throw your towel in, because God is still there.
Yes, ma'am.
He's never going anywhere. All you got to do is know him and believe, and it works.
I was just before I came on the air with you, I'm working on a blog post about, can't remember exactly. It's the idea about diminishing, our bodies diminishing, but with power and grace. So we cannot hold off. We can hold off or lengthen how much we can go physically and all that. But spiritually, we can be the most fierce spiritual powerhouse and grow stronger even to the day of our death. And that's within our control. And that's what sounds like you're leading with in your gym. Let's get that spirit just on fire, and then the body will follow.
Body will follow. It will. Yeah. And it totally will. I can remember being on that life support machine. And in the beginning, I thought it was a dream. It couldn't possibly have happened. But I can remember being in a room, and I'm walking through this room, and I'm headed to something. I don't know. But it was so serene, so peaceful. And I thought, now this is a nice place to be. And I could see myself. I could just see myself walking in that room. But for some reason, there was a voice that was at the hallway that says, no, go back. And could never figure out who was the voice and why was the voice saying that you've got to go back. I wake up off the life support machine and I get all my medical records and everything. I find out that I flatlined twice while I was on that machine.
Wow.
And I couldn't believe it. I came to the conclusion, one of those times was when I was in that room. And my husband told me one day, he says, the doctors pretty much gave up on you because they said, go ahead, get your affairs and everything. It's not going to make it.
Oh, goodness.
Almost 30 years ago, and I'm still here.
Yeah. You're setting the record for goosebumping me on this show today. That's really awesome.
I pull those out every once in a while, and I take a look at them, and I show them to people. If you want to do it, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But for God.
Yeah. Right on. Well, Mary, thank you for that. Now let's take a commercial break so our sponsor can spread a little love with our audience. Happy is an intentional and lifelong journey, but it's hard to change and grow towards higher levels of happy without knowing where you're starting from. Our happy quiz puts a starting pin on the map to your happy living and provides additional guidance and motivation along the way. Just go to happyliving.com and take the happy quiz to get started on your road to happy. And we're back, and this is the Something Significant Show, and I'm your host, Matt Gersper. And my special guest star today is Mary Champion. She's the owner and inspiration of BLT Fitness and Nutrition. She offers one-on-one training and group fitness classes. The group classes are for people who thrive in social settings and enjoy the energy of group workouts. And the one-on-one sessions are personally tailored sessions designed to address specific personal goals, including weight loss and muscle building or improved athletic performance, and include customized workout plans, nutritional guidance, and personal progress monitoring. Mary has a formula too. She says better training plus better nutrition equals better results. Simple but powerful. I love that, Mary. And I think you're going to love this article called The Science Behind the Power of Giving. It says that the act of giving itself can be a gateway for discovering your reason for being on this planet. The science tells us that giving your time and talents and treasures is a powerful pathway to discovering purpose and overcoming difficulties and finding fulfillment and meaning in life. So I updated our formula. Power plus purpose plus giving equals really happy. So what do you think, Mary? Has giving your time and your talents and your treasures been a pathway for discovering your purpose and for getting past difficulties you've faced and for bringing real meaning into your life?
Absolutely. Because in giving and in giving to so many different people, you're going to learn things from those people, for one thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is you're going to see the journey that they go on, which is absolutely amazing. And then you get to see the results of that journey. And that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
If you spend time, and that's all that you're really giving them, time with people, to talk to them, to teach them, to educate them about different things, it's life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. So the science tells us that giving to others helps bring real meaning to our lives. And the joy that comes from that fourth element of significance, doing work that creates value for others, confirms it. But there's more to it than just the giving, Mary, and I feel it deep in my spirit. I believe that the real magic of life comes when you're giving from living in your purpose. So, Mary, the audience and I would like to experience how it makes you feel to be happily living your life and giving to others through the work God put you on this planet to do, and it's affecting the people all around you. So, Mary, I'd like you to sit back, open your heart, and think about the long-lasting impact you're having on the lives of others by finding the magic of giving from living in your purpose. One of your clients, age 86, I think you know her name, well, she lost 10 pounds in 2 months and 26 pounds overall, and now she can even pull a stack of 50-pound weights at age 86. Another client, age 66, she lost 11 pounds in 2 months and achieved her goal of flattening her stomach. And I saw the amazing pictures. And probably more importantly, she's reduced the medication she takes. So hooray for that. Another, age 68, well, he lost 21 pounds in 2 months and achieved his target weight loss of 40 pounds. Another, age 64, she lost 12 pounds in 2 months and 30 pounds in 6 months. And you're impacting the younger ones too. You've helped a beautiful young woman, age 34, transform from overweight to award winner in a transformation contest. And you're helping another beautiful young woman, age 26, to achieve her goal of becoming a personal trainer and competing in a CrossFit contest. And you're even reaching teenagers too. I think you mentioned it, like the beautiful young lady, age 16, that you helped to achieve her goals of losing weight and becoming a member of her cheerleading team.
Yes.
So, Mary, how do all these incredible transformation stories of amazing people embracing you and your BLT formula make you feel?
Oh, I walk on a cloud every day. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's like, I can't even explain it. The joy that comes out of it, and to actually see them and they're right here and you get to experience it with them. You can't do anything but it. Like some of the clients look at me and says, you always got this huge smile on your face as you put us through all this torture, but you can't do anything but to smile, because it's joy. It's absolute joy.
Yeah.
When you see them and you know they're off medicine and they're performing, they're doing things that they want to do, that has changed their life, things God wants them to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, it lifts my heart. You get people off medicine. That's just, I love that. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. And so that joy you're expressing and you're feeling, that's what this show is all about. It's finding that magic in each of our lives. And it's available for each of us. That's what I believe. And it comes from this great, big, happy circle. Giving your time and talents and treasures is a powerful pathway for discovering your purpose. And then giving from living in your purpose brings a profound joy to your life, as you were just expressing. and to the lives of those around you too. So it seems that giving leads to purpose, and giving from purpose leads to joy. So to better capture the exponential power of our happy formula, Mary, let me tweak it just a tiny bit more. Let me tweak it to power times purpose times giving equals happy to the third power. And that's really, truly, deeply happy. Does that sound about right to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good. All right, let's wrap things up with a lightning round. I love the power of words and the capacity for great quotes to change lives. So I'm going to read a few of my favorites and have you tell us what they mean to you. And Mary, give us the first thing that comes to your mind, because we call this a lightning round.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. From H. Jackson Brown. He says, sometimes the heart sees what is invisible to the eyes.
I have this thing that I can look at a person and feel, and it can't be anything but my heart. I can feel what it is that they want. I can feel what it is that they need. And it's almost like they don't have to say a word. I have a 38-year-old now that came into the gym, and she absolutely loves it because she didn't have to say anything when she came in. If you have the right kind of heart, if you know God, that person doesn't have to say a word, because your heart is going to open and you're going to embrace it, and you're going to know. You're going to know immediately.
Yeah, that's great. Mary Champion, the human whisperer.
I'm not a whisperer. I speak loud.
Okay.
Because I want everybody to know this is what you can do, and this is how you can do it. So I'd have to learn how to be a whisperer.
All right. This one's from Khalil Gibran, and he says, work is love made visible. And if you cannot work with love, but only with distaste, it is better that you should leave your work and sit at the gate of the temple and take alms from those who work with joy.
To me, that means that you're doing something that you're not happy doing. And whatever it is that you're doing in life, if you're doing it for money gain or for some reason that other than this is what God wants me to do, then you're going to have distaste. It's something that you're just getting up, you're making the motions and you're doing it, but you're not doing it, number one, for a purpose. And it has to mean something for me. So I don't do anything that I know I'm going to have distaste in my mouth. This, what I do, is something that I absolutely love. There are a lot of people that are not doing what they want to do.
That's right. Very good. This is from Shunru Suzuki. He said, you're perfect just as you are, and you could use a little improvement.
Now that one is kind of an easy one, because I have a lot of people that are perfect as they are, but can they use some improvement? Of course they can. That one to me means that you're a great individual, but you may have some health issues. You may be on some medication, something that still should not be in your life is there. Let's get rid of those things that shouldn't be in your life. Let's get rid of the medications. Let's get rid of the illnesses. Let's get rid of the weight.
Amen. I've never read anywhere in the Bible where it talks about medication.
I have not either, Matt. I agree with you 100%. And I tell people that there's nothing in there anywhere. And I dare someone to show it to me.
Pharmaceuticals not mentioned.
It is not. It is not. And I tell people that you're feeding an industry that you should not be feeding.
Yeah. This is from Zig Ziglar. He says, hope is born when you understand this. You have the power to make things better or worse, and the choice is yours.
You can make the choice, but sometimes people are not willing to sacrifice something. I have a 26-year-old son, and his thing is, in order to have something, you have to give up something. People are not willing to sacrifice or to give up something that they're doing or something that they have. And that's a mistake. At least I think it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because anything that's materialistic is null and void to me anyway. What do I have that's here that I can give to you that can make a difference in your life?
Well, I think you hit on something that I really preach about too, is if you want to bring something new into your life, you got to make space for it.
You got to make
And
space.
space for it by getting rid of something that's in your life that's no longer serving you. Maybe it did serve you at one time, but you got to get rid of it. And you make space for that new thing, and then you can just get energized and off you can go.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Yeah. This one's from Martin Luther King Jr. He said, "We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose hope." No, I'm sorry, but never lose infinite hope. Accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope.
That one to me means I may not get it tomorrow. I asked for it today. I may not get it tomorrow, but I'm not going to give up. And I think he was, and I listened to Martin Luther King. I kind of grew up in that time. He had a dream and he never gave up on that dream. I don't give up on dreams.
Yeah.
I have a very small gym right now. I have hope. And I think my hope is going to become a reality, that I'll have the bigger one, that I can target a lot more people. I can help a lot more people.
Yep.
In a lot of different areas, because I would like to take this positivity to a lot of different places and help a lot of people. So I have infinite hope about
Awesome.
this.
Yeah, awesome, beautiful. This is our show anchor from Goff, and he said, "Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now."
Well, that was me with opening the gym. I stepped out there. I didn't have a clue how I was going to do it, but I decided I'm going to do it right now. That's what I did. It's still here 7 years later. It's still existing. So I think I did the right thing. I just stepped out there and said, I can do this.
Yeah.
Is it something that's going to make me a millionaire? I couldn't care less whether it does or doesn't.
Yeah.
Mine comes from all the people that walk through that door. And then as I watch them walk out, and here's this huge smile that's on their face.
Yeah.
They made a huge transformation.
So you smile when you're torturing them, but they smile when the torture is over because they know there was a purpose behind it.
Because then they see the results, and that's when the smile comes to their face, and they're happy. But I smile the whole time.
Yes, ma'am. All right, now, folks, it's your chance to be a giver, too. If you can hear my voice and you are inspired by today's show with the amazing Mary Champion, won't you please share a little love with our wonderful broadcast team by giving what you can to WITV7. They're a 501c3 charity on a mission to educate, empower, and encourage. They do good works with your kindness. Mary, I love that your gym specializes in custom-crafted nutrition programs, exercise routines, and supplements to improve adverse medical conditions and overall fitness. And I admire how at a very low point in your life, you summoned the courage to leverage your experience as a nurse and nutritionist to develop a formula for dropping and holding your weight from over 200 pounds to 140 pounds, and ultimately eliminating all your medications as your once debilitating diseases went into remission. And that after you discovered your means to a better life, you focused all your efforts on helping others discover their means to a better life. And I'm super happy that you've shared your inspiring story and powerful spirit on our show today. Would you please take a minute or two and share any parting remarks you'd like to leave with our audience?
I would tell them, if you want to do it, go and do it. And I don't think anyone, like you said a few minutes ago, do it today. I had a younger sister that died at the age of 29, and the last words that she spoke, she and I were sitting together in her bed eating grapes. She died an hour later. And the last thing she told me was, every single moment that you live, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you want to do, go and do it, seek it, find it, and do it. Because the next moment is not promised to you.
That's right.
She proved that to me because she did. She passed away. But I think about that all the time. So I don't hold off. I'm not going to do anything that's crazy or foolish or anything like that. But if I can help, if I can make a difference, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Mary. And I also want to thank WITV7 for hosting and promoting our show so we can keep interviewing inspiring guest stars like Mary and reaching folks just like you, ready to create your own extraordinary lives. And most especially, thank you, viewers and listeners. You'll find links to social media and all things Mary Champion. Find her, friend her, book an assessment to get started to a better life with BLT Fitness and Nutrition. We'll post all the links to connect with her in the show notes. And from me to you, dear friends, I love you and I want you to be really, truly, deeply happy too. So go to happyliving.com right now and take our happy quiz, because measuring your happy helps you focus your attention on it, and focusing attention on it attracts change and learning and improvement, all to flow right into your life. And once you take the quiz, and it only takes a minute, then give some thought about what we can do together, you and me, to improve the happy of your world one person at a time. Till next time, I'm Matt Gersper. You are awesome, and this is the Something Significant Show.